Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I am here today to talk about authors that I would like to read to zero. This list has grown and shrunk and changed throughout the year, but as of right now, mid-January 2026, I have 14 authors that I would like to read to zero. In 2025, I was able to complete 2 authors' book lists, and until they come out with something new, they have been read to zero. And that is Jane Harper, who's an Australian author. She wrote The Dry and Exiles and Force of Nature and Survivor, quite a few books. Well, 5 that I know of. And I also completed Frederick Bachman's canon in 2025, and he has 10 books, including a short story. And I have read everything that he has written, including his nonfiction. And I love him. Both of them are favorites. I really love them. And I have 14 more authors on this list. And one of my goals for 2026 is to at least complete 2 more authors to zero. Read them completely to zero. This should be pretty easy because I have 2 authors that only have 1 more book as of right now that I haven't yet read. So the first of those is Lisa Genova. She has written a total of 6 books and I have 1 left to read. The one I have not read is Inside the O'Briens, and it is on my TBR. I do own it, so that should be pretty easy for me to fit in there somewhere this year and read her to zero, unless or until she comes out with a new book. I love her books. She is a neuroscientist, and all of her books deal with some kind of brain injury or brain malfunction or brain situation. I think she does a great job with the character work and bringing in the emotions to the situation and how these brain injuries and differences affect family members and others around them. I really love her books, so I would love to read all of them. The other author that I only have 1 left is Freya Sampson. She has written 4 books and I have just 1 left to read. The one I have left is, I think her debut novel, Last Chance Library. I've read The Lost Ticket, Nosy Neighbors, and The Busybody Book Club by her and love her. She does have a new book coming out in July, which I do plan on reading, obviously, because I love her so much. Part of the reason I love her is her quirky characters. She writes mysteries. I think all of her books have been in some way mysteries, not necessarily a murder mystery, but a mystery in some way, but it's a bit of a found family or a friend group that comes together filled with quirky characters. And so I love that. Sarah Addison Allen is the next one, and I have just 2 things left to read from her, and both are only short stories. One of them, I don't know where or if or how I would ever get it. None of my libraries have it. I'm not purchasing it because her short story is called On Grandma's Porch in a collection of short stories called On Grandma's Porch, but I don't really want to read the whole collection. I just want to read her story. But as of right now, I've not found a way to find that to read it. So I'm not sure I'll be able to get her read to zero. But the other one I have is Waking Kate. I have that short story on my Kindle, so I should be able to read that one. I just don't know that I will ever be able to figure out how to find On Grandma's Porch. I'm close to finishing Sarah Addison Allen. With 3 of her books left to read of the 7 that have come out, I have Kate Morton next on my list. I have read Forgotten Garden, The Secret Keeper, and The Lake House, and Clockmaker's Daughter. I really didn't care for Clockmaker's Daughter, but I did enjoy the other 3 very much. So I still have to read House at Riverton, Distant Hours, and Homecoming. I do find her slightly intimidating because I think while her books are fantastic, they are a little bit long and a little bit on the slower paced side of things. So as long as I'm prepared for that, I think I'll be fine going in when it's time. But I don't know that I'll be able to finish her this year. Who knows? We'll see. Also, with only 3 books left to read of the 6 that have come out is Ellen Marie Wiseman. Man, can this lady tell a story that just captivates me from beginning to end. I've read What She Left Behind, The Life She Was Given, The Orphan Collector, and Lost Girls of Willowbrook. Oh, she has 7, I guess, now too. I haven't updated that. I still need to read Plum Tree, Coal River, and The Lies They Told. And I own all 3 of them, so it shouldn't be that hard to get them read. A newer author that I think I just discovered last year, or the year before, I guess, summer of 2024, I discovered Janice Hallett. Many of you had been talking about her, and I tried The Mysterious Case of the Alperton Angels first as a buddy read with some of my patrons and loved it. and then went back to The Appeal, which I think was her first one. And I read The Christmas Appeal in December. And then I DNF'd The Twyford Code, but I did read over half of it, so I'm counting that as read. And I still have The Examiner and Killer Question, and also her middle grade, A Box Full of Murders, and I own all 3 of those. It shouldn't be too hard to get her read to 0 as well. And then the others, I'm not sure I'm going to get them done this year, but I'll just let you know who they are and what I have left to read. So Fiona Davis, I think, has 8 books and a short story, maybe. I've read 4 of them. So I have to still read The Dollhouse, The Masterpiece, Lions of Fifth Avenue, and The Spectacular. And then her short story, The Gimlet Slip, I still need to read as well. Catherine Ray has 12 books and I need only 5 left, I believe. I still need to read The Bronte Plot, Portrait of Emily Price, The Berlin Letters, An Awful Beautiful Life, which is a nonfiction by her, and The English Masterpiece, which is her new one that just came out in 2025. I've read 7 of hers and have 5 left. Catherine Center, I've read quite a few of hers, but I have 6 more that I still need to read. So The Bright Side of Disaster, I still need to read. Everyone is Beautiful. Get Lucky, which I don't even know what that is. And The Lost Husband. I've not heard of anything about those 2. The Girl in the Plane is a short story from How to Walk Away, which I have read. And then The Love Haters is her newest, and I need to read that still. 6 left for Catherine Center, 7 left for Jamie Jo Wright, who pumps out those books, 1 or 2 a year. I still need to read Echoes Among the Stones, On the Cliffs of Foxglove Manor, Vanishing at Castle Moreau, Lost Boys of Barlow Theater, Night Falls on Predicament Avenue, Tempest at Annabelle's Lighthouse, and The Bell Tolls at Traeger Hall. But I did get one of them for Christmas. I have quite a few of them on my shelves. I should be able to make some good progress. And I'm not going to read the rest of the titles, but for Hazel Gaynor, she has 11 books. I've only read 3, but I would love to finish her to 0 because I really love her books. So I have 8 more to read for Hazel Gaynor. Mitch Albom, I'm putting in parentheses, I want to read his fiction to 0. I don't necessarily want to read his nonfiction that I know of. Maybe I will change that, but so I've only read 1 Mitch Albom book and I would like to read them all, and I have 8 more to go. And Susanna Kearsley is another author that's pretty prolific. I think she has 15 books out and I have only read 5 of them, but I love them. And so there's 10 left that I would love to read. So quite a few authors there that I am very excited to read to 0. I probably, if I thought about it, could add a few more to this list. I don't have middle grade authors on here. These are all adult fiction authors. So if I was just looking at middle grade, I could probably add a handful more. But these are the ones that are on my spreadsheet that I'm tracking. And my goal for 2026 is to read 2 more authors to 0, to get 2 more completely up to date, to join the ranks of Jane Harper and Frederick Bachman. I would love to hear from you down below. Do you have any authors that you read everything that they've written? Some people call these auto-buy authors, but I don't buy books when they're new releases most of the time. So I don't really call these auto-buy authors. They're just authors I would like to read everything that they've written. And I'm obviously focusing mostly on their backlist because I would like to read all of these books that have been previously published from these authors. So yeah, do you have any auto-buy or read to 0 authors? Have you completed any canons of any authors that you've read everything that they've ever written? I would love to hear that in the comments down below. Let's just chat about this. Is this something you've thought about before? Maybe not. I don't know. Let's chat about it in the comments down below. And if you're not feeling chatty, but you want to let me know that you were here, go ahead and put a blue heart in the comments down below because it's January and that's cold, winter, blue. I don't know. Put a blue heart in the comments below just to let me know that you were here and made it till the end of my video. I really appreciate you all for spending a few minutes of your day with me today. And I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.